Ladies and gents, welcome back. So, another day off video, and like I always say, no days off in hunting vintage motorcycles. So long story short, I met a dude yesterday who his father has an old Triumph. It sounded like he bought it later in life, so I don't really know what we're gonna go look at here. Unfortunately, his father has dementia, and he ended up taking the motorcycle apart. Not all the way apart, but it seemed like he took a lot of it apart. So he had asked me like, hey, how much would it cost, if I had like bring you the bike and the parts and you put it together and make it running? And I was like, I don't really know without seeing it, but a lot, because it's a ton of hours, especially when we just have a bucket of parts and we're trying to make something out of it. But he also really doesn't have any attachment to the bike. So he asked if I'd be interested in just buying it. And I'm more interested in just buying it because then I don't have to so much worry about how much time I put into it if it's my time. So yeah, let's take a little ride and go see if we can get ourselves a vintage Triumph. He also didn't know what year it was. So I don't know what year it is. I don't know what model it is. All I know is it's a Triumph and it's mainly taken apart. So we'll see. Alrighty guys, well, we scored one, and let's get her out of the truck and I'll show you what we got. Alright guys, so I brought her in from the outside because it was just too bright out there and I kept on getting a lot of glare, but this way we can actually take a look at her. I threw the tank on just so, see how it looks. So, one of the interesting things about this bike is on the title it says it's a 63, but I don't think it's a 63. I think it's a 1966. It's not super uncommon for bikes to be titled with the wrong year of this era. My last Triumph Bonneville, that was a 1967, was actually titled as a 65 or a 68. I can't remember. They're really bad about that at the DMV. So we're going to have to look into that further. But as far as the VIN number goes, it should be a 1966. It does have, I think this is a custom fender type of mount there. Kind of interesting. Super cool. I love the gaiters. I love the handlebars. They're super period correct. The paint, I should have looked outside, but the paint actually has metal flake in it, so it's a bit sparkly. But I'm pretty happy. Missing a couple things. It's missing a battery, obviously. It's missing the seat, and it's missing the key, which this works, but I don't know if that's for the light or what. Can't remember. It's been a year or so since I had an old Triumph like this, but I just couldn't pass it up. It was a really good deal, and I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for the old bikes. All right, guys, a little day off hustle for us. There's really no days off in the vintage motorcycle game, so usually that's how it goes. Either if I have a day off or if I have a bunch of money tied up in something else, there's a good chance a good deal will come my way. So never fails. Really thankful for it though. And thankful for you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate that. If you happen to be new, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.